Okay, here's warm-up number 25. So we're going to graph some lines first off. So let's graph this. This is in y equals mx plus b form. So this is going to be the slope, -2, and you could think of that as -2 over 1, just to put it in rise over run format, okay? And then this is going to be the y-intercept. It's the b in the y equals mx plus b. It's the y-intercept, okay? So starting with the y-intercept at 1, so my line is going to cross the y-axis 1 unit above the origin, okay? And then I'm going to use the slope to get to a second point. So I'm going to go down 2 to the right 1, because rise over run, down 2 to the right 1. Don't go down to the right one from the origin. Go down to the right one from the point that you know is on the line. So down 2 to the right 1. There we go. And that's enough. I could connect the dots and make a line. If you want another point, you could go down 2 to the right again. You could keep doing that all day. Or you could actually go up 2 to the left 1, because this is the same as 2 over -1. So I could have gone up 2 to the left 1. Okay? And then connect the dots. And don't forget to make this a line, not a line segment, so show goes on forever in both directions, okay? Now, y equals -3. So the x equals and y equals lines are going to be horizontal and vertical, and one way to deal with that is just memorize which is which. But let's say you can't remember if this is going to be horizontal or vertical. So, is it going to look like this, or is it going to look like this? You're not sure. Okay, so you could flip a coin, but if you want to make sure you're right, one way to do it is to just make up some points that have a y coordinate of -3. Okay, so y coordinate of -3, I can put anything I want in for x. So I'll just put 0. I'll make up another one. 1 -3, 2 -3. Okay, and let's plot those points. So 0 -3 is right here. 1 -3 is right there. 2 -3. And then I could see, oh, this is forming a horizontal line. So these are all the points that have a y coordinate of -3. So all y equals lines are going to be horizontal. X equals ones are going to be vertical, okay? But again, you can make up points. Just make up some points where the x value is 2. Okay, I'm putting in whatever for the y's. So 2, 0, 2, 1, 2, 2. Oh, it's a vertical line. There it is. And move on to the next problem. Okay, so now we're going to do some rotations. Okay, I'm going to rotate this point 90 degrees about the origin. So it just says rotate. It doesn't say which way to rotate. So the assumption is then that we're going to go counterclockwise. Okay, so 90 degrees, that's like a quarter turn. So I'm going this way, and so I'm expecting it to end up somewhere down here, right? So it's going to be 90 degrees down there, okay? So let's try this out. 90 degrees, I'm going to just actually turn the paper in this direction 90 degrees, okay? So I'm going to do a 90-degree turn, all right? And then I'm looking at this point and just thinking, where is it in relationship to the origin now? Well, it's 3 right, 2 down, okay? So I'm going to make a little note of that so I don't forget. 3 right, 2 down. And that should be where my new point ends up. So I'm going to put the paper right way up again, and I can see, okay, I wrote down 3, -2. So let's try it. 3 to the right, 2 down. And hey, that is where my point is after that rotation. So it's the point 3, -2. Okay, and it ended up in the right zone. Okay, 180 degrees, so we're going this way again. So 90 degrees would put me down here somewhere. 2 90-degree turns would put me over here somewhere. So I'm expecting to be in this quadrant. Okay, and let's try this out. So this means I'm going to turn the paper 90 degrees twice, because 180 is 2 times 90 degrees, right? So I'm going to do one turn. This would be 90 degrees. 180 is going to put the paper upside down. Now I'm looking where point P is. It's 3 right, 1 down. So just make myself a little note. 3 right, 1 down. Okay. So I'll turn the paper right way up again, and then I'm reading this upside down, but I'm going to go 3 right, 1 down. Okay, 3 right, 1 down. Hey, and that's in the zone where I was expecting this to be. Okay, you might also notice when you rotate 180 degrees, it ends up on the opposite side. So it's kind of like the polar opposite. So I can just think, well, how do I get from P to the origin? I go 3 right, 1 down. Well, if you go 3 right, 1 down again, that puts you right there. Okay, another way you can think of it, it switches the signs of both the X and the Y. But I like to do the paper turning because then you don't have to remember anything. You just see where it ends up. Okay? And then, so my last one, 270 degrees, that's 3 90-degree turns, because 3 times 9 is 27, right? So I'm gonna take this point and think, okay, 90 degrees would put me up here somewhere, 180 over here somewhere, 270, I should end up down there. Okay, so let's actually do the turns and see if this ends up in that quadrant where I predicted. So here's 90-degree turn. This would be 180, and then 270. Okay, and then I'm looking where this ended up. It's 1 left, 2 down. 1 left, 2 down from the origin. 1 left, 2 down. Okay, so now I'll put the paper right way up again, and I'll go 1 left, 2 down. There we go. That was in the quadrant that I expected it to be in, so I'm feeling pretty good about my answer there. Okay, and that's it for today. See you next time.